Here's your wrestling news for January 6, 2023, and we're starting off with WWE. And later this month, the promotion will host their 30th anniversary edition of Raw, celebrating 3 decades of the flagship show. As you'd expect, WWE are wanting to make this show a show to remember, and they're bringing in the big guns to get fans tuning in. WWE.com is currently advertising both Roman Reigns and Ronda Rousey for the January 23rd Raw at Philadelphia's West Fargo Center, alongside the likes of Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and Bobby Lashley. These stars will also appear alongside legends of the past, with Ric Flair confirming that he will be at the event, and we expect plenty more stars of yesteryear to appear. In October last year, Dave Meltzer reported the WWE has plans to make this a special event, and that ideas for the show were being made months in advance. WWE has never shied away from a big memorial show, and Raw is 30 should be no exception, and we'll have to see what happens on this truly historic show. Are you excited for Raw's 30th anniversary, and who would you like to see on the show? Sound off in the comments below. Rousey's appearance on Raw is 30 will likely be her first appearance on the Red brand since losing the SmackDown Women's title to Charlotte Flair last week. In a bizarre move, the exhausted Rousey accepted Flair's challenge and promptly lost the title, but the UFC legend is tired of the Queen. Speaking on her YouTube channel, Rousey said she's tired of facing Flair and tired of the SmackDown Women's Championship, and now has her sights set on the Women's Tag Team division. Rousey has been aligned with fellow MMA alum Shayna Baszler for some time now, and the two would no doubt make formidable tag team champions. Right now, those titles are being held by Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control, who are in their second reign, but if Rousey has plans to be champion, then it may just be a matter of time before she and Baszler hold the gold. At Wrestle Kingdom 17, Mercedes Mone made her debut for the promotion over half a year after walking out of WWE. For months after her exit during the May 16, 2022 edition of Raw, fans speculated on whether a return could happen, and now WWE.com has made her departure official. On the roster website, the Sasha Banks profile has finally been moved from SmackDown to Alumni, though, interestingly, Naomi is still listed as an active superstar. Some in WWE believe that Mone will return to WWE once she gets her New Japan stuff out of her system, but for now, Sasha Banks is a thing of the past. On this week's AEW Dynamite, Saraya revealed her mystery partner for her upcoming tag team match, but it wasn't who fans expected. During her segment, Saraya announced that Toni Storm will team with her next week, a fine choice, but almost everyone expected her partner to be Mercedes Mone. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer clarified the situation and explained that despite what fans may hope, the former Sasha Banks is not going to be all elite. She's not in Los Angeles, she's not coming to AEW, I don't think she wants to make that commitment, because if she goes to AEW, it's a long commitment. I've heard denials from AEW people in the match, they knew that it was really screwed. That's why they had to announce somebody this week, because they knew it was really screwed because everybody was thinking that it was her and it wasn't her. Mone may compete at this year's Forbidden Door crossover show, but she won't be a regular in AEW as some had expected, as she has no interest in being tied down to another contract right now. Mone's debut at Wrestle Kingdom saw her confront IWGP Women's Champion Kairi, but her first move under contract was far from pretty. When Mone tried to spin Kairi around for the gory special, she failed to grab the head and the move looked botch, a mistake fans immediately brought attention to on social media. On Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez explained what happened and said that the mistake wasn't by Mone, but by Kairi instead. What happened was she was going to do the gory special, and as she spun her around, Kairi was supposed to land on her feet to take the DDT. And for whatever reason, and I actually have some conspiracy theories and heard, mind you, for whatever reason, Kairi spun around to her knees, and so there was no head to grab for a DDT, and Mercedes had to fall flat on her back and do the move. But it wasn't her fault, okay? So I want to make that clear because I'm a fair man. Mone and Kairi will face off at New Japan's Battle in the Valley event next month, with the Pirate Princess's title on the line, and we can only hope a similar botch is avoided the next time these two face off. Mone made her name in WWE before her arrival in New Japan, but she's hardly the first superstar with this trajectory. After WrestleMania 20 in 2004, Brock Lesnar left WWE and came to New Japan and made himself an even bigger star than he already was. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, Tommy Dreamer spoke about Mone and wouldn't be surprised if she follows in the footsteps of the Beast incarnate. She changed the trajectory of her career, her life. She gets to do whatever the hell she wants to do. If she wants to wrestle, she doesn't want to wrestle, she can literally go back to WWE if she wanted to and be like, hey, I want to do this, this, and this. And if not, cool, I'll just keep doing what I want to do, right? Lesnar's success in New Japan and UFC would lead to him being treated unlike anyone else when he returned to WWE in 2012, and depending how Mone fares in the Inoki-founded promotion, she may have some serious leverage if she ever plans a return to WWE. Fans knew immediately who Mercedes Mone was when she appeared at Wrestle Kingdom, despite the former Sasha Banks looking much different than her WWE days. Perhaps the biggest difference was Mone's wig that she wore for the event, and fans have had a better look at her new do. On Instagram, Mone's Wigmaker Shannon Romano shared a detailed look at the hairpiece and thanked the New Japan star for the opportunity. Mercedes Mone's new hair was orange with blue, black, and red accents that resemble blazing flames, while some have taken it as a tribute to one of Mone's favorite wrestlers, Latino Heat himself, Eddie Guerrero. In WWE, Mone had a history of changing her hair, and that looks to continue with New Japan, so we'll have to see how she looks for her first match next month. At Ring of Honor Final Battle last month, FTR faced the Briscoes in a bloody tag team dog collar match that had fans on the edge of their seats. It wasn't just the wrestlers who were banged up, as referee Mike Posey got busted open during the match and was rewarded handsomely for going the extra mile. On his FTR podcast, Dax Harwood said he thanked Posey many times for him blading during the match, saying it took a great match to an incredible match. He added, "He was fucking ready to go with that. I asked him, I have this idea, if you don't feel comfortable, I don't blame you if you don't want to do it. I totally understand. Here's my idea." I told him and he said, "Yeah, I'll do it." "Have you ever bled before?" "No, not really, but I'm down to do it." Harwood added that he and Cash Wheeler made sure that Posey was compensated for his blade job and that money was taken out of both of their checks and given to him. FTR would lose the ROH World titles to the Briscoes in this absolute war, their first of 3 title losses in less than a month, but for Harwood and Wheeler, this match will always be a huge success, thanks in part to Mike Posey. When you sign a WWE contract to be a superstar, you also sign a non-compete clause, meaning you can't work or even negotiate with another promotion for a fixed time if you're released. These clauses are usually for 30 or 90 days and can seriously cool off a wrestler's momentum after they leave WWE, but they could soon become a thing of the past. According to a new proposal by the Federal Trade Commission, they're planning a ban on any contractual obligations that suppress wages, hampers innovation, and blocks entrepreneurs from starting new businesses. The FTC voted 3-1 to publish its notice of proposed rulemaking, the first step in potentially making non-compete contracts illegal and voiding the stipulation from all current contracts. If this passes, then WWE and other wrestling promotions would have no non-compete clauses, and a talent with a ton of attention who left WWE on Monday could be headlining AEW Dynamite that Wednesday. With wrestlers classed by many promotions as independent contractors, it'll be interesting to see if any company can get around this situation if the proposal becomes law, but WWE and other promotions may soon have to make serious changes to all of their contracts. What do you think of this? Should non-compete clauses become a thing of the past? Let us know below. Now, WWE has one of the greatest rosters of wrestlers in the world, but the company is always on the hunt for new talent. Last month, Dragon Lee announced that he would be leaving AAA to join WWE, vacating his tag team title in the process, and now New Japan could be the next to lose a star. Fightful Select has learned that WWE has expressed interest internally in Hikuleo, and that there has been talks for months about trying to sign him. Interestingly, Hikuleo is booked for a Loser Leaves Japan match against Switchblade Jay White, and a loss to the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion would no doubt be taken as a sign that Hikuleo is WWE bound. Fightful added that like Finn Balor was used to gauge Dragon Lee's interest, intermediaries have been used to express interest to the talent themselves. Standing 6'8" and the adoptive son of wrestling's toughest man, Haku, Hikuleo has competed for New Japan, AEW, and Impact, but his future may rest with WWE. For years, Kurt Angle was a force to be reckoned with in the ring, but like countless wrestlers, Angle's years after the ring have seen him deal with the outcome of his career. Angle is now dealing with multiple health issues due to his career and has given fans an update on his condition. While speaking on the A to the K wrestling show, Angle opened up a bit about his recent double knee replacement and said that things are going a bit better, but there was a time when he, quote, hit a wall. The Olympian said he does rehab every day and fears he may be overtraining his legs, but that his legs are now stronger than before the surgery, so that must be a positive. Angle hasn't wrestled since his loss to Baron Corbin at WrestleMania 35 in 2019, and while Kurt has teased a return to the ring, his focus right now should be on getting healed. And we're ending today with more from everybody's favorite wrestling machine, who despite being released in 2020 has made multiple WWE appearances since then. During the interview, Angle spoke about the upcoming Raw is 30 special and said that he's confident WWE are bringing back some legends for that. Kurt didn't say whether he will be there or not, and was also coy about a possible WrestleMania 39 appearance, saying he did pitch an idea, but won't say what it is. Angle tried to be optimistic, saying WWE likely won't use his idea, but there's a chance that they will, and said that no matter what, he's going to be at Mania, so WWE might as well use him. Whether Kurt appears on Raw is 30 or at WrestleMania 39, that remains to be seen. But the Olympic gold medalist is ready to do something if called upon.